Hello, my name is Nathan Birkby, and today I will be talking to you about the culture of the Woodland Glen basketball court located on the University of Kentucky campus. This basketball court is right in the middle of 5 residence halls, so there are countless students and staff walking by every day. The artificial blue coloring makes the basketball court stand out from the very natural looking courtyard, which I think is a big reason it brings so many people together. And you might be thinking, it's just a basketball court. There's not much culture in just playing basketball. And yet you'd be very wrong if you thought that. Even if you pretended the sport of basketball didn't even exist, this basketball court still has a huge amount of culture. I would even say the experiences and pastimes that do not include basketball are some of the most interesting ones. An example of a non-basketball event was a cookout that the university held for the students. There was music and free food, and of course, there were some people playing basketball. I interviewed a student in order to see what he thought about the cookout at the basketball court and how it reflects on the court in general. How do you think the location of this cookout affected the overall atmosphere of it?
Having the cookout right next to the Woodland Glen basketball court was a great idea. A lot of students know where it is, which gets a large turnout and creates a more fun atmosphere.
Are there any other benefits to having the cookout here, or is that the main strength?
Another huge strength of having a cookout here is that there is an easy activity for people: basketball. When there is a basketball game being played, it gives everyone at the cookout something in common to watch or talk about. And when you give a large group of people something in common to talk about, it opens the gate for people who make new friends.
That student lives within one of the Woodland Glen residence halls, so he sees the court often and has maybe even played on it at some point. He talked about how the court draws people in and then gives them something in common to do or talk about. This kind of connection is what the basketball court is all about, allowing all kinds of people to make new friends and acquaintances when they otherwise would not have. If I had to sum up the culture of the basketball court in one word, that word would be community. A community of students coming together and creating bonds between each other. Although I am not the only person who experiences a basketball court, so maybe other people think community is not the best word for it. I asked some other students around campus on what they thought the best word was to describe the basketball court. If you had to describe the Woodland Glen basketball court in one word, which word would you pick and why?
I'd say active due to the fact that everyone who is out there is always doing something, whether they're playing basketball or not. I see plenty of people throwing a football or baseball, and some people climbing trees to hang enos.
If I had to describe the Woodland Glen basketball court in one word, I'd probably go with origin. It's smack in the center of all 5 residence halls, and you can look out most windows and see the blue concrete. The color, I would say, certainly distinguishes it from the surrounding green grass, which obviously gives it a bit more character. It's almost as if the buildings were built around the court as a central place of homage for the Woodland Glen community.
Friendship, because I've made many new friends there and I know many other people have too. My roommate and I went down to the basketball court the first week and met some really cool people that we share a lot of classes with. It's just an easy and convenient way to meet new people in a more relaxed environment.
Okay, so not everyone had the same idea on what the basketball court represented to them, but that is the whole reason I asked, right? People mentioned a few different aspects, some more conceptual, like making friends, and some more literal, like describing it as the middle place between all the residence halls. I think the most important thing to connect between all of these different people and all of their own opinions in regards to the Woodland Glen basketball court is that everyone seemed to think positively about it. No one said it was distracting or obnoxious. Another thing to note when looking at everyone's opinion is that I did not ask a question pushing them to one side, like, what is your favorite part about the court? I asked an objective question about their own thoughts. Now, there's probably someone out there on campus who is not fond of the court, but the majority of students definitely think the court is a beneficial place for students. This court is good for so many reasons that I've already stated, but I think something really nice about the court, in contrast to some other places on campus, is that it's kind of tucked away so you're not forced to pass by at any given time. Here's a kid who agrees about it being tucked away and what she has to say about it.
I think the basketball court has a unique feeling to it because it's kind of surrounded by buildings, giving it a hidden feeling. Kind of like the feeling you have in the shower when you can sing however you want because no one is around to hear.
Although this student agreed with me, I believe having the court in a secluded-ish area is a small benefit that the majority of people do not think or care about, and that's okay. But let me give you my reasoning on why the court being tucked away is a good idea. We're on a college campus, right? The most important thing about college is going to classes and studying for them. Well, walking past a basketball court every morning and afternoon could very easily tempt some kids into playing outside when they need to be studying. I know for me at least, when I have something difficult that I really need to do, I will look for any reason not to do it. So walking past a basketball court on the way back from classes could be the difference between me doing homework or playing basketball. This same reason is why I think having the library in everyone's way is a great idea. Maybe giving kids that extra push in order to study for a test, since the library is in a common area where many kids walk past. Having the court in a somewhat secluded area is a subtle benefit that I think helps some kids even if they are not aware of it. There are many different opinions people can have about the culture of the Woodland Glen basketball court, both positive and negative. And I hope I was able to show you my opinion as well as some other students from around campus. The basketball court might be a seemingly average place around campus, but it is bursting with life if you look at the right times and places. It's a full community of connected people that just enjoy being outside and meeting new people. A community fit for a college campus.